in these GB players, and here we go. We're all set. Men's semi-final in Monaco. A passport to Paris is the prize at the end of the day. Great Britain left to right. Spain with early possession. La Forga. Ball in two hands. Ferguson and Waddleton go in to make the tackle. He smuggles it back to Toby Sainz-Trapaga. Counter-ruck from Great Britain. Alex Davis involved, and Ferguson has it back, and there's Charlton Kerr, who has 6 tries already this weekend.
Find each other for the knock.
Kaleem Barreto, who's really had to step up in the absence of Tom Emery, gets it away to Harry Glover. Ferguson to the former GB captain in Tokyo, Alex Davis. He gets away from 2 players. AJ up to the 22. Good carry. Waddleton's there. Ferguson ignores Barreto. Long ball over the top to Glover. Watch Glover's offloads. There it is, the scoop out the back. It was a tough one for McFarlane. Did well, actually, and if Spain actually smuggled this away, they might have done. No decisions coming GB's way.
GB have started really strong here. You can see their mindset for this game, Rupert, is they're attacking the contact area. They're flying into every tackle, they're flying into every ruck. Harry Glover just took a bit too much out of that one. Paul Pla, with all his experience, knew exactly what to do with Harry Glover, and they just go off their feet at the breakdown.
I guess the other context here, Greg, is both these sides have been playing some seriously high-stakes sevens of late, so they're used to high pressure. Great Britain in Singapore, having been 12th in January on the series, managed to save their core nation status remarkably by finishing 3rd at that tournament. Spain had to go to Madrid a few weeks later at their home event and play off to avoid relegation. So they're hardened professionals in these high-stakes matches.
And those kind of moments bring you closer together as a team.
Set!
Kaleem Barreto just takes his time. Power comes on from Trapanga, but they get the ball away. Glover at pace in midfield. It's where they like to use him. Good carry. Waddleton reloads for Davis. Ferguson hit hard by Paul Pla. Spot tackle from the veteran. He played in a final here in 2016 when Spain qualified for the Olympics. Davis works it to Max McFarlane, who gets away from one. All the pace in the world. McFarlane will score. That's why he's out there, for moments like that. Narrow channel, he makes the most of it. GB strike first.
Max McFarlane knows how to finish tries. He's been doing it for years on the series. GB haven't really unleashed him yet this weekend, but we saw what he's able to do right here, right now. Look at that, 1v1, he's nearly unstoppable. And he just pins the earbacks, even Paul Pla can't get there. Superb player.
It's funny how some of these things work out. That dominant tackle of Paul Pla eventually sort of opened things up a little bit for Great Britain, didn't it? With the bend in the defensive line, and well, they'd taken advantage. Conversion didn't make it 5-0. So a second kickoff here for Ferguson. He's going to go the far side. It'll be for Harry Glover. But it's been brilliantly brought down by Juan Ramos, the co-captain of this Spanish team. Look at the power, though, at the breakdown again from Great Britain, not for the first time in this match. And here's Charlton Kerr, cut-out ball over the top to Alex Davis, who gets the fend going, and he thunders over the try line. Barreto from wide out wide now. He's hit it pretty sweet. Kaleem Barreto, oh, it's just kissed the left hand upright.
Beautiful effort, but you can see Great Britain's tactics here for this game. They're just driving, they're going after every ruck, pumping the legs, and then they move it to their big man. Kerr skips it out to AJ, who sticks out the paw and manages to buy enough space.
We're back underway. Has he overcooked that restart, Ferguson? He has. That's very rare. That 10-0 up perhaps might have wanted to been a little bit conservative and guarded there, but he went for distance for his chases. It's ended up with an attacking opportunity here for Ramos and Spain. Not the start they wanted, of course, down by 10, but they are a classy outfit. They won't be ruffled by this situation. Ceres. Ramos. Under the attentions of Glover. Look at the feet of Laforga, brilliant. Got away from Waddleton, gives it back to Ceres. Playing narrow here for the moment. Trying to commit some GB players. Now they swing it. Ramos, Polplar, Bolinches on the cut. Inside ball to Ramos. It was read really well by Glover. Both players fall over. No decision, says the referee. Play on Charlton. Kerr got there first. Ferguson, Waddleton. Juan Ramos is still on the floor for Spain. They're playing with 6. He's on his feet now, but doesn't look good. Harry Glover just charges it forward, trying to get some momentum, some go forward. Penalty comes, yeah, Charlton Kerr, you could hear him pleading for the decision. He got it.
Juan Ramos isn't okay here, but he kept fighting through. That's how much it means to these guys. He stayed in the defensive line. Hopefully he's not too bad, the co-captain.
Well, they lost Thiago Romero in the quarter-final with a knock to the head. GB, as we noted at the top, without Tom Emery the whole tournament, playing with 11. But Ramos is so important to Spain as Glover gets a bit of cotton wool up the schnoz. He'll carry on.
Set play up. Good.
Ramos is going to stay out there, you know. There he is.
Come up.
He's in a bit of distress, but he's going to carry on, the skipper. 55 seconds to go this first half. GB won't mind this pace, just managing the clock. In fact, Ramos is leaving the field now. There he is. That's heartbreak for him in the semi-final. Paco Hernandez, the head coach, has made the decision. Jaime Manteca is out there in number 14 to replace him. Beretta. That's a messy old scrum. It's ended up in possession for Polplar and Spain. Polplar on McFarlane. 2 absolute speed merchants in opposition there. Sevens Repechage. Jaime Manteca. Long ball over the top to Moreno.
Second advantage.
In fact, it's Lopez. Here they come. Toby Sevens Repechage, Bolinches. Quick hands to Ceres. Likewise to Polplar. The GB bench are calling for a forward pass. It was, but they'll go back. You feel they've really got to score here before half-time. First time they've been in the Great Britain 22. Can they make the most of it, Spain? Laforga. Manteca.
Tackle release.
Glover trying to hold him up, but he got his knee to the grass, so he then has to let go. Sevens Repechage. Ceres. Ceres on the rack. Toby Sevens Repechage. And puts it on a plate for Bolinches. First-class stuff from Spain. They're on the board in the semi-final, right on half-time.
Sevens Repechage putting his team on his back. Look at this, he does it all. 2 hands on the ball and flips it out to get Spain on the scoreboard. They're not giving up, Rupert.
Well, almost saved a try at his own end. Has scored one at the other. And here's Jaime Manteca, kicking duties for him as well. With Ramos off the field, he's hit it nicely, but just didn't have enough legs. 10-5 it remains as we go to half-time in the final tonight. One of these 2 teams will join them. We're back underway in the semi-final. Restart from Spain. Has gone the 10, actually, eventually. Bounced out. That'll be a line-out throw to
Line is yours.
Great Britain. So could have been worse. Could have been a tap or scrum for them in the middle of the field.
That's definitely not what Nieto wanted, but it's okay. They sort of get away with it. They're giving the ball back to GB, but at least it's 10 meters further up the pitch.
And an opportunity maybe to contest this line-out. Davis moves forward. He's got Charlton Kerr lifting him and Waddleton at the front. And they do it well. Waddleton hit by Bolinches. Kerr to Beretta. To Ferguson, just on his heels, but then sees a half gap. Glover to Davis. Just going backwards a bit here, Great Britain, but they've got possession, and that's the main thing. That ball's been dropped by Alex Davis, the offload from Kerr. There's the mistake Spain were looking for. Now they've got a gilt-edged opportunity with the scrum.
Rarely makes a mistake. Alex Davis, but Kerr powers himself through, trying to get the offload away. Oh, it's so close. But it's a game of inches, this is, especially at this level of the game, in the semi-final of Olympic repechage.
So Nico Nieto is behind Monteca in this scrum. There's Lopez on the near side. Over on the far side is Paul Pla. It's a big England front three. They'll try and turn this over, but Monteca gets it away well. Nieto to Paul Pla. Paul Pla on McFarland again. That battle's going to run and run. Ethan Waddleton went in at the side. Penalty Spain. Ceres dummies. Angled run. Still going 4 meters out. Bullinches has seen some space down the blind side. Has he been held up by Glover? I think he has done. But it'll be a 5-meter scrum to Spain.
What a glorious effort by Glover there to keep Bullinches up. I don't know how he's managed that. Turned around and grabbed the ball with all his might and held it up. That's an amazing effort by Glover.
Back underway. Lopez gets his knee to the floor and then they reload again. Ceres, quick hands from Trapanga. Paul Pla plays a bit of football. But the ball's gone forward. That defence of Great Britain again. Toby signs Trapanga frustrated.
Number 3 whites up.
Emotion spilling out a little bit here, Rupert. This means absolutely everything to them. I know we're only watching one game here, but this is years in the making for these guys. This is everything they dreamed of since the last Olympic Games. So they're going to fight for everything. They're going to claim anything they absolutely can to get any inch, to get any foot forward.
Great Britain, of course, silver medalists from the Rio Games in 2016. Missed out on a medal in Tokyo.
Yes.
Spain qualified for the 2016 Olympics via this Olympic repechage in Monaco. Missed out in Tokyo. Dearly, both these sides, as you say, Greg, want to get there to the big show in July at the Stade de France. South Africa await in the final.
Time back on. Crouch.
Still 10-5. That was the score at half-time.
Sit. Wait for the ball.
Spain trying to force the issue. It's collapsed. We'll have a reset. Seen a couple of these today.
Time off.
We have indeed a lot of big men meeting there in the scrum.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, let's wait for stability on set, and then wait for the ball. We can't push beforehand. Okay. If it's stable, you can feed it. I do understand. I just say, if it's stable, you can feed. Okay. Let's start this again.
Well, everybody's being unfailingly polite to AJ Jacobs, and rightly so.
AJ Jacobs holds the keys. You got to be polite and respectful to the ref.
Sit.
He's so experienced in these kinds of games. Here's Barreto. There aren't many of these kinds of games, to be honest, are there? This is a semi-final at the Olympic repechage. The pressure is massive on these guys. Waddleton. Nieto try and works the jackal, just gets shoved off it at the last second. He almost had it. Inside ball from Ferguson to Charlton Kerr. Second half's been almost the opposite to the first. All the action's been down the Great Britain end this time. But they'll get a breather here. They'll be able to slow it down and get out of jail. They got the penalty.
Charlton Kerr has been outstanding this weekend. A couple of tries. But what happened here is the Spanish defender didn't roll away. You have to get out of that zone. And that's why it got so messy. And they're just giving Great Britain a chance to get out. Too easy.
Yeah, when the England Sevens program was disbanded by the RFU, Charlton Kerr actually went to London Irish in English club rugby. Then London Irish went out of business.
That's you.
Such are the travails that this sport's been going through in recent times, and now he got back into Sevens with Great Britain, and he's been brilliant for them. Big engine. 6 tries this weekend. Kalim Barreto will target Kerr here at the line. Not quite straight, and it's overthrown, but Ferguson reacts quickly. Captain alert to the danger there. Barretto's hit hard. Just over 2 minutes to go. 5-point lead for Great Britain in the semi-final. Glover surging through the tackle of Nieto. Kerr plays scrum half. Barretto. Ross McCann. Couple of Scotsmen in tandem together there. Brilliant run from Ross McCann. He's off to 15s next season. Doesn't want this to be his last game of sevens. Wants to get through to the final here and maybe the Olympics. Here's Harry Glover. Lays it back. McCann again. He's been really good since coming on. Carrying with aplomb. McFarlane goes digging. Final 90 seconds now. Kerr hit hard with a straight-up tackle. Barretto told to use it. Here's Ferguson again. Glover dummies. Harry Glover sends Bolinches one way. He goes the other. And he dots it down under the posts. And GB, all of a sudden, are 2 scores clear with just over a minute to go in the semi-final.
Harry Glover, cool as you like. He spotted Bolinches coming up too fast, and he just threw him off that centre line ever so slightly. Sent Bolinches flying into the rafters, and clean pair of heels, kisses the ball and dots it down. He's a classy act, Harry Glover.
Oh, indeed, Mr. Cool. Always plays with a half smile on the dial. Nothing bothers this man. Not long ago, he was playing in the top 14 for Stade Francais in the Senses with Nani Laumape. He's come back to sevens, and that's the other side of the story. Juan Ramos forced to leave the field, their captain. 2 sides to every story, of course, but it's 17-5 now, 40 seconds to go. Not impossible, but highly unlikely for Spain from here. Ferguson's going to take all the time he's allowed. You've got a shot clock in sevens. It's currently got 15 to go. So that's why he's completely entitled to do this. It's in the laws. They've got a shot clock in sevens for conversions and restarts, and players will use it to their advantage, and he's kicked it deep over the sideline as well. Brilliant stuff from Ferguson.
That is top drawer leadership out of Robbie Ferguson there. It's his Olympic dream and his team's Olympic dream on the line. He's going to do anything he can, and that was a perfect decision out of him.
Well, we understand he might be leaving this sport at the end of the season and starting his working life. But he'll be going again with one more game here in Monaco. Spain will keep going, 17-5. It's been a tough match for them. Lost their captain early. Just haven't been able to get their laser-sharp attacking game going that we've come accustomed to seeing on the series, but they're going to finish with points here. The clock's in the red, it's the final play. But Los Leones Sevens will have the final say in this semi-final. It won't be enough. But gee, what a season they've had. Trevidic with the try.
Consolation, really. They won't care too much about this last-minute try because it doesn't matter. But at least they're showing what they mean, how much the tournament means to them. And they're just littered across this pitch in front of us now, Rupert, heartbroken.
Well, it'll be no repeat of 2016 for the Spain Sevens. Paul Pla, huge disappointment for him, but Great Britain have their 5th win of the weekend. They are in the final. They're against South Africa, and they're 14 minutes away from the Paris Olympic Games.